my fucking intro is getting dope. Woo! What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dave, the motherfucking Roof Poppy here, owner and CEO of A5 Roofing, chief head motherfucker in charge at Roofing Underground, and might I also say, the guy that came up with Texas Roofing Contractors and Owners Group. This is something that we've been working on as a passion project for us. We're super excited to make some huge motherfucking announcements for TRCO. But first, I'm going to tease you guys with that. Y'all going to have to stick around to the end of the episode to catch that shit, because we're going to talk about something today that's a little difficult for me to talk about. We're going to talk about accountability. I'm going to give you the inside scoop for holding yourself accountable. There's two examples in the last 2 weeks that I've had to hold myself extremely accountable for things. It was uncomfortable. It sucked. It hurt. It's going to be hard for me to talk about here, because I felt like I was fucking losing in both instances. And this is something that I'm going to share with you today. Number one, holding yourself accountable. Number two, the importance of SOPs and how SOPs, standard operating procedures, will keep you out of these situations and keep you on track to taking care of your fucking business. Okay. And then number three, we're going to talk about TRCO and our badass announcement. I'm actually going to show you guys something pretty cool that we got put together for that. But first, accountability. I had an instance last week where I was talking with my daughter, my 6-year-old daughter. I had to ground her for a reason. She was misbehaving. I had to send her up to her room. And in doing so, she was stressing me out. I was stressed out with work. I was stressed out with parenting. I was stressed out with roofing. I was stressed out with my team. I was stressed out. It was a fucked up day. And my daughter was not behaving. She was not listening. I lost my shit. I raised my voice at her. It upset her. I sent her to her room. My wife was like, Dave, yelling at the kids is not a punishment, right? Sending them to your room is the punishment. I'm like, damn, I fucking punished her twice. I yelled at her. It emotionally affected her. Let me go talk to my daughter and let me see if I can work this thing out. So I went upstairs. My daughter's in her bed. She's crying. Her feelings are hurt. Daddy yelled at her, and she's in trouble for doing some shit. I rolled up to her and I said, baby, daddy is really sorry for yelling. Like, I am really ashamed that I yelled at you. I should not be yelling or raising my voice. I sent you to your room. That was your punishment. That should have been your only punishment. She looked at me. My 6-year-old daughter looked at me, and where in the fuck she got this notion to say this, such a profound statement for a 6-year-old. It bothered me to my core. She looked at me from on top of her bunk bed and she said, Daddy, you're just doing your best. And I looked her right in her beautiful little brown eyes and I said, no, I'm not, honey. No, I am not. Because me at my best is not raising my voice at you. Me at my best is not hurting your feelings. Me at my best does not intimidate you. It does not make you nervous. It does not make you scared. That is not me doing my best. And I am sorry that the example that I've set for you is that this is my best. And that was some tough shit to do. I've never had to hold myself accountable to my 6-year-old daughter, my oldest daughter. I've never had to do that before. And I hope to fucking God I never have to hold myself accountable to her like that again, because it hurt me. It hurt me as a father. It hurt me as a man. It hurt me as an individual to have to admit to her that I was failing. And for her to look at her dad and say, hey, Dad, I'm going to excuse your behavior, man. I'll give you a pass. I could have been a real piece of shit. Let's be honest, folks. And if there's any fathers listening out there right now, you understand your children will offer you a way out. Sometimes in life, they will give you the easy way out. And whether or not you take it says a lot about you. And I chose to hold myself accountable in that situation. I chose to tell my daughter, this is not me at my best, baby. This is not me at my best. It's fucking me up right now thinking about it. But it was important for me to have that heart-to-heart interaction with her and for me to be very honest with her. How that relates to roofing and contracting. Sometimes you have to hold yourselves accountable in roofing and contracting in order to make a better decision, in order to see what is going on, in order to know that you are doing your best. You have to hold yourself accountable. So let's hold ourselves accountable in roofing. This last week, I ran up to Fort Worth, got a humongous hailstorm. I say humongous. It was like, maybe a couple thousand homes or whatever in this smaller area of Saginaw. My sales guys were freaking out. Dave, we need this, that, and the other. Okay, buddy, I'm on the fucking way. We're coming up to Fort Worth. I'm going to supply you with the materials, with the shit you need, with the help to get these things done to help you generate more income out here in the storm environment. And so let me adjust my camera real quick. And so we got that stuff rocking and rolling. We got up there. We delivered the products and services that we were needing to deliver to the sales team. I did an inspection for a lady, and a lady told me how she wanted to do business with me. Okay, we performed an inspection. It was about 45 square architectural shingles. It had been previously denied by Allstate. And so we educated her. We created impact. We gave her value. I was sitting here on my phone. I was showing her hail impact report and telling her how I was going to make it really hard for Allstate to fuck her over again, right? I got all the videos. I showed videos of her turbine spinning, one not spinning, spinning, one not spinning. And I said, the one that's not spinning is over this section of roofing material that's super degranulated. That's probably the cause. You've got inefficient ventilation in your attic. Shit's getting way too hot. Granules are coming off left and right. Educate, educate, educate. She was super, super, super down with it. What she told me was, send this information to my email. Okay, roger that. You want me to do business with you this way? I continued the rest of my day. I told her, ma'am, I will send this to you at the end of the day or first thing in the morning. You will have my report, my damage inspection report, a copy of the contingency, a bunch of photographs, the hail impact report from Hail Recon. You're going to have all this wonderful stuff in front of you. We're going to get you all of the things that you said that you want in order to do business with you. The next morning came. I was fixing to head. I had 3 hours of sleep that evening. I was driving back, set everything up inside of the CRM, got all her photos and stuff uploaded, sent her the email with the report and everything in it, click send, put the phone down, continued my drive on into San Antonio. 4.5 hours. It took me about 5 hours that afternoon. I did 3 hours of sleep, got to Fort Worth, knocked doors all day with my team. And then that evening I drove back. I got back about 10 o'clock, dead ass tired, dead fucking tired. The next thing in the morning, I wake up, I've got it on my to-do list. Follow up in your CRM with such and such client. Follow up with so-and-so client. Then follow up with this particular client. Instead of following up with that client first thing in the morning to make sure that everything went through flawlessly in my CRM, I pushed it off until 5 o'clock. I've got time to make phone calls after 5. Stupid busy. I slept in a little bit. I got a text message from her about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. She said, Dave, I've decided to go with another contractor. Don't have to be here tomorrow for the adjuster's appointment. Motherfucker. What happened? I got to text her. Is there anything I can do to provide a better value? I'm so sorry that we fell short. Please let me know what it is I can work on for the next go round. And she said, I was waiting for your email and it never came. Fuck. So what'd your boy do? I opened up the CRM. I went to go find out why did this thing not load properly. Lo and behold, my photos, because I was driving through the shittiest part of fucking between Waco and San Antonio. I got in this, or Austin, I got in this weird part of dead area. And the photos never finished loading. I don't have a legit explanation for it. The photos didn't load properly. The CRM did not send out the email as it was supposed to. And I postponed double checking my fucking work, crossing the fucking finish line. I did not do it in time. And it cost me this relationship. God damn. Damn. So I had to explain it to her. I am so sorry. Here's what I think happened. Let me resend all of this stuff to you right now. Now, 2 things. Number 1, you got to hold yourself accountable. If you don't follow your SOPs, you're going to lose deals. You are going to run into problems. The standard operating procedure for us at A5 Roofing is to generate the information, share the information, review the information to make sure that it is clearly understood, and then proceed on to the next steps, okay? So when we load something into the CRM, not only do we load the client's information into the CRM and the photos, the damage inspection report, the copy of the signed documents, whether it be a contingency agreement or, a contract for service or whatever the case may be. But if you are not making sure at the end of the day and at the beginning of every day that you did everything you were supposed to, it only takes 1 second And the thing that pisses me off about this the most is that I literally preach and I talk to my guys and I tell them, if you're going to knock on a door, be willing to do the entire roof inspection. And if you're going to do the entire roof inspection, be willing to come down and communicate that and sign a contingency with the homeowner. And if you're willing to sign the contingency, your ass better put everything inside of the CRM. Because if you skip the step, if you don't give a copy of the damage inspection report, if you don't clearly educate and impact and empower your homeowners, the next fucking guy at the door will do just a little bit more than you. That's all they have to do, is just outwork you by a little bit. We've all seen the Fast and the Furious. We know that. Like, dude, I almost had you, right? You almost had me, never had you. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, right? Everybody remembers that fucking movie from the late 90s, 2000s, whatever. The Fast and the Furious. Somebody showed up to her door 2 days later, the day before the fucking adjuster's appointment, and outworked me by an inch. This motherfucker outworked me by an inch by giving her a copy of the report right then and there. I got fucking beat, guys. I got beat probably by a mediocre salesperson and a mediocre ass company because my dumb ass did not cross the motherfucking finish line. And I teach this shit. I breathe this shit. I tell people all goddamn day long, if you're going to start the race, you better be willing to cross the finish line. And I got outworked. Now, I think that was probably a good excuse that she used because she did ask me a question about the deductible right before I left and how that whole thing works. And I had to educate her on House Bill 2102 and how that's a felony to eat a deductible. I do know the name of the contractor that swooped in on this deal. I don't know the sales guy, but I know the name of the company. They've got kind of a reputation for running around and eating deductibles. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the blame, was, hey, we lost a thing. But the fact of the matter is I got outworked, plain and fucking simple. Somebody provided just a little more value than I did, and that opened the door for somebody else to come through and execute just a little bit harder than I did. And that's where I feel like I lost the damn deal. I'll be God honest with you. That's why I think I lost that deal, because I did not provide the value that I said I was going to provide for this lady. So if you have SOPs, if you're a part of a company that has an outlined process for success, a tested, a tried and true process for executing on the workflow that's required to get the fucking ink on paper, your ass better be following it. And this even goes for company owners too. I'm not above this. This is a situation where I have to hold myself accountable to my sales team, which I did. I called my sales guy in Fort Worth and I said, brother, I think I lost that one for you, dude. That's my fucking bad. That's my fault. I have to hold myself accountable. And if you have SOPs, your ass better be following them because it's stupid important. God, it sucks that I lost that shit. And I've been telling everybody over and over and over again, it is the little things. But here we are. Here we are. We're not executing on the little things, and it cost me a job. So how do we overcome that? Your failures become your training manuals. You take notes. You record your losses, and your losses become your standard operating procedure. So if you've had any bad experiences in the last 90 days, let's say you built a roof and it was 13% chance of rain on that day or 23% chance of rain that day, and you looked around and you were like, there ain't a fucking blue sky. There's not a black cloud in the damn sky, man. Let's build this roof. And 4 hours later, you got dumped on for 3 minutes straight. You caused $100,000 interior water damage in somebody's home. What do you think your SOP ought to be? Anything over 15% chance of rain, we ain't building a shit. We ain't fucking building no roofs at 15% chance of rain. 12% chance, we might talk about it. 10% chance, if my insurance will allow it. But for me, anything over 13% chance of rain, I'm not building a roof. I watched the guy lose $100,000 one time in a 2-minute rainstorm. I created an SOP off of that shit. Do not do this. This is what happens. In wildland fire, I spent a few years working in wildland fire up in Alaska. We call these watch out situations. The more watch out situations you have, there's 21 of them in fire. The more you have, the more dangerous shit is, the more likely it is for somebody to get hurt. And so we have these watch out situations. You're in a valley, you're in a canyon, there's a box canyon, winds change, fire weather behavior changes. You're out of this, you're low on that. All these different situations create stressful, dangerous situations. So in roofing, you have to create watch out situations. In your life, you must create watch out situations. You must develop SOPs for how you handle everything. Holding myself accountable to my daughter the other day allowed me to create the standard operating procedure. How I respond is more important than how I react. And if my if my emotions are high, my communication ability is low. Those two things reciprocate. So the standard operating procedure now for me when my daughter is in trouble or when my children are misbehaving is to take a deep breath, to identify the actual behavior that I don't like, and then to get their attention by whispering to them. Children, come here. I want to talk to you for a second, because it's very hard for me to yell when I'm trying to intentionally whisper. I don't want my voice to be loud. I speak for a living. I know that I project. I don't know, some of you guys, maybe y'all come from theater arts background. You were theater nerds like I was in high school. You learn to talk to the back of the room. We learn to speak by projecting. Say it with your chest, right? This is how we talk. This does not work for my kids. They don't like that, especially when I have to use my dad voice. They don't like that shit. So I have to create an SOP for being able to communicate more effectively with my children. My loss in the field the other day, where I got outworked by an inch, forced me to create a standard operating procedure for making sure that the boxes were checked. Yes, I did this. Yes, I did that. Yes, I did this. This is why we have on my desk here, I've got a bunch of shit on my desk right now, but as you can see, this is why we have the daily planners that I've created for my company, for my sales guys, to make sure you are crossing the fucking finish line. We go over things like your non-negotiables, 15 minutes of personal development every day. What did you do? 3 things you're grateful for, things to remember, ideas. The power list up here at the top, 5 key critical tasks that you are going to complete every day that's going to get you closer to your end goal. The end goal, not the end of the day, not the end of the week, but the end of your fucking life, wherever you want it to. This is the kind of shit that I create for my sales team so that way they don't have the losses that I suffer. That's the one thing that I have to do that I believe is most important for any business owner, is to teach the people underneath them how to do the shit better than you did it. How to get to where you got without all the fucking problems, without all the heartaches, without losing your relationships, without burning yourself out, without failing and losing tens of thousands of dollars. My obligation is to teach them how to do it better, faster, and more efficient than I did it. I don't know what else I can give the industry past that. I don't know what else I can say for other roofing owners past that. Teach people how to do shit better than you did it. Now I've got something phenomenal for you. This is what we've all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, Texas Roofing Contractors and Owners Group is announcing its October 3rd meeting. On October 3rd in New Braunfels, Texas, we are having our first South Texas meetup. And ladies and gentlemen, I am super, super, super happy and proud to announce motherfucking Jim Johnson in the house, guys. The Contractor Coach Pro. Take control of your business, help it grow, and achieve financial freedom. Hosted by TRCO and ABC Supply, located at the ABC Supply Conference Center in New Braunfels, Monday, October 3rd from 9 to 12. We are going to have Jim Johnson, Contractor Coach Pro, top rep sales training in the motherfucking house, here to teach you guys everything that you're going to need to know in order to grow your business, to be a successful contractor, and help guide you on the path to not suck in business, to not suck in leadership, to not suck in sales, to not suck in empowering your team. This is what we're bringing to the table, guys. No bullshit, no sales, real motherfucking results. That's what we're focused on at TRCO. If you are not a member of Texas Roofing Contractors and Owners and you are in the state of Texas, I want you to go to facebook.com/groups/TXRCO today. Go today, go join. We only have room for 50 individuals are going to be able to fit in this conference room. That's all we can fit, folks. That's all we can fit. Maybe I need to get people to RSVP to this thing. Maybe I need to get people to come in and sign a damn waiver form. But once again, Jim Johnson in the house, Monday, October 3rd, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., 3 hours of no bullshit, problem solving, getting down, getting into your business, showing you what you need to do to take control of your business, to help it grow and achieve financial freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Roof Poppy, owner and CEO of A5 Roofing. Thank you for getting underground with me today. I definitely appreciate it. We're going to watch this sick-ass outro again. Y'all have a great day. Love you. Peace.